by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cash Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT, Mike Mazik, Terry Akers. Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cash Sports, The Box Storian. Today, it's Fantasy Matchups Monday. We have a 16-fighter tournament at super lightweight, the 140-pound division. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's The Box Storian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? This is the Monday afternoon edition of Cash Sports, The Box Storian. Right back at the beginning of another big week of boxing history. And it's going to be a big one We got the fantasy matchups Monday today. 16 fighter tournament at super lightweight. Okay, got a few lightweights in it too. You see Tank Davis did. He's been at super lightweight before. But today is fantasy matchups Monday. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at the lightweight division. Boxing TV, the life and career of Felix Tito Trinidad. Then we got a big one Thursday. Boxing in the States, New York. Okay, New York. That's going to be a big one. They'll have to start that early, before 2:30, because that's going to be long. And then the profile this week on Friday, the life and career of Big Daddy, Riddick Bowe. Big week of boxing history. How was everybody's weekend? I think we got Jai Apatow in there this weekend. So yeah, we right at the beginning of it. Looking forward. Don't miss a day of it. I'm not. Okay, so we're going to start it out with the highlights of boxing history again. We were in the 2000s at 2006. Remember, we ended up at 2005 Friday. So we're going to start it off at 2006 today. Let me get the picture up there. I think it's some heavyweights from the 2000s. Where are they? But how's everybody? Hope everybody had a great weekend. Got snow in Baltimore. About 6 to 8 inches, something like that. I think it's still snowing. We missed the white Christmas by what? About 2 weeks? Yeah. Missed it by that much. About 2 weeks. It is the historic picture for today. Lennox Lewis and Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko. I usually tell the Klitschko brothers apart because one of them hairlines start back a little further, but I can't remember which one it is though. The one on the right. I think he's the youngest one. Who's the youngest? Vladimir? I think there's Vitaly on the left, Vladimir on the right. Of course, Lennox Lewis in the middle. Right? Okay. So let's get started with the highlights of boxing history. Okay, excuse me for 1 minute. I gotta go out here and ask Miss Cass something. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to check with my boss, the executive vice president of Cass Sports, real quick, Miss Cass. No, I'm just an employee. But highlights of boxing history. We're going to start at 2006. Salute to everyone in the building so far. We're going to get started with the tournament at 2:30. It's going to be good. Anybody missed this one is missing out. It's going to be a great show. Okay, but highlights of boxing history. From 2 to 2:30 every day. The first date is January 7th, 2006. Carlos Baldomir upsets Zab Judah to win the WBC welterweight title, as well as being the recognized welterweight champion, as Judah was the undisputed champion at the time of the fight. Also on January 7th, on the undercard of this fight, the Baldomir-Judah fight, O'Neal Bell becomes the second undisputed cruiserweight champion as he defeats Frenchman Jean-Marc Mormec by knockout in the 10th round. Now that was 3-belt, okay? Usyk was the first 4-belt. That was he was the second 3-belt champion. What was his name again? O'Neal Bell. He was the second 3-belt champion. Okay. Then on April 8th, 2006, Floyd Mayweather Jr. defeats Zab Judah by unanimous decision to win the IBF welterweight title. Now, many riot broke out as Roger Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and trainer, runs into the ring, retaliating to a low blow and rabbit punch by Judah. Yeah, all hell broke loose. And Roger told Floyd all through the early rounds that Zab was going to do something dirty, and he did, and everybody jumped in there. Roger jumped in first, and then Zab's father jumped in, Yoel Judah. Then one of Zab's cornermen, Leonard Ellerby, jumped in. Yeah. Everybody got fined except Floyd, because Floyd was hurting too bad to do anything. Floyd was over there among the ropes, bent over. He just got punched low and rabbit punched. But yeah, that was in 2006. Define Arnie 1 in the building. What's up, Define Arnie 1? How are you today? That's our friend from Puerto Rico. Covers fights down there for us. Did an excellent job on that Richardson, Hitchesley, and Parable card. We got another one coming up down there that he's scheduled to cover. Looking forward to that. Just Do Boxing in the building. Coming up at 4 p.m. You know, they'll Just Do Boxing. The voice, that balanced, unbiased boxing talk. Everybody gets to Just Do at Just Do Boxing. Salute, Just Do. Good to see you today, bro. How was everybody's weekend? We got a good one coming up this week in Jaya Apataya. And this is going to be a great year starting. If the way it's starting out is in the indication of how it's going to be a great year in 2025. But let's get back to the highlights of boxing history. Okay. May 6, 2006. Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy, returns from a 20-month break and defeats Ricardo Mayorga for the WBC Super Welterweight title. Wow, I didn't know Oscar took that much time. 20 months, almost 2 years. Wow. That's news to me. But he came back with a win. May 11th, 2006. Former two-time heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson dies from complications of Alzheimer's disease and prostate cancer. May 11th. You lost a great one, Floyd Mayweather. And his son was also a champion too, Tracy Harris Patterson. One of only two father-son combinations that both won championships in boxing. The other being Leon and Corey Spinks. I can't think of any others. Can anybody? Floyd Patterson and Tracy Harris Patterson and Leon and Corey Spinks. Only father-son combinations to be champions. It might be more, but I can't think of any. Then on May 20th, 2006, Marco Antonio Barrera defeats Rocky Juarez by split decision. Juarez was competitive throughout the fight, breaking Barrera's nose in the early rounds. And the fight was originally announced as a draw until it was later revealed that there were two scorecard tabulation errors. That's code name for two judges got caught cheating, okay? Code word. Two scorecard tabulation errors means two judges got caught cheating, okay? All right. Now, this is a very historic day coming up. October 14th, 2006. One of the biggest historic days in boxing. I'll tell you about it. October 14th. First, let's do this part of it. Mikhail Kessler unifies the WBC and WBA super middleweight titles after knocking out Marcus Bayer in 3 rounds. And also on October 14th, attentive Ant McQueen from Casual's Corner was born. And on October 14th, Cass Sports the Boxtorian was born. A historic day in boxing history. Attentive Ant McQueen and Cass Sports were both born on that day. About 30 years apart. But they were both born on that day, okay? Let's go to 2007. Historic day, October 14th. Put that down in y'all notes, okay? January 20th, 2007. Nikolai Valuev, that's the one that was like 7 feet tall, defends his WBA heavyweight title by defeating, I think that was him, Jamil McCline by technical knockout after McCline blew out his knee. Wow, you don't see too many stoppages because of a knee getting blown out, but it happened that day in 2007. I think Nikolai Valuev was the tallest boxer in history. I'm gonna check on that, but not right now. February 3rd, 2007. Yeah, blew out his knee. You don't get too many stoppages because of that. But February 3rd, 2007, Chad Dawson becomes the WBC light heavyweight champion after defeating Tamaz Adamek by unanimous decision. Now, despite being knocked down from a straight right hand in round 10, Dawson dominates most of the fight with his speed, except for that knockdown. Okay. March 3rd, 2007. Rafael Marquez. That's what's his brother's name? The one in Fort Manning. Juan Manuel's little brother, Rafael, moves up in weight class and defeats Ring Magazine and WBC Super Bantamweight champion Israel Vasquez by 7th round technical knockout. Vasquez did not answer the bell after badly breaking his nose and having trouble breathing. They had a series of great fights, Rafael Marquez and Israel Vasquez. Israel just passed away about 3 weeks ago, something like that, late in December, yeah. He had a little tribute to him on ESPN, one of those cards that we had toward the end of the year. Yep. Israel Vasquez, great champion, down in the lower weight classes, bantamweight, junior bantamweight, down around that range. March 17th, 2007. And there's the big brother. Juan Manuel Marquez defeats Marco Antonio Barrera by unanimous decision to become the WBC Super Featherweight champion. In the 7th round, there was controversy as Marquez thoroughly dominated the round, then got knocked down by Barrera. Referee Jay Nady ruled this a slip, then penalized Barrera for hitting while Marquez was on the canvas. The man slipped down and then Barrera hit him. But yeah, the brothers fought a week apart. That was a week after his brother had just won his title, remember? Just talked about that, yeah. Okay. Now let's go to April. April 2007. April 5th. No, April 7th. I'm sorry. April 7th, 2007. Joe Calzaghe defends his WBO and Ring Magazine super middleweight titles by defeating Peter Manfredo by a 3rd round technical knockout. And Peter Manfredo had competed in the series The Contender. Remember that one? The Contender series used to come on? Yeah. Manfredo was in that. But he lost that when he got stopped in the 3rd round. Joe Calzaghe finished 46-0. Joe did, yeah. Beat B-Hop and Roy Jones. Old B-Hop and Roy Jones, but BoxRec just says B-Hop and Roy Jones. Doesn't say anything about old. June 23rd, 2007. We got a big show coming up today, too. Anybody here by 2:30 going to miss out. June 23rd, 2007. Ricky the Hitman Hatton defends his Ring Junior welterweight title as he defeats Jose Luis Castillo by knockout. Hatton hits him with a perfect liver punch, putting him on the canvas for the first time in his pro career. And Castillo didn't get up. But remember, oh man, I got a brain lock today. Mickey Ward, Arturo Gatti got up from a liver punch. When Mickey Ward hit him with a liver punch, Arturo ended up losing. He didn't really recover from it, but he actually got up. You don't see too many people get up from a liver punch. But Arturo Gatti had to be a tough man. He got up from a liver shot. Perfect liver shot, man. Yeah. July 18th, 2007. Daisuke Naito upsets, there's the name again, Paskalek Wanjakamakan, who had previously, PW, remember him? PW had previously beaten him twice by unanimous decision. But Naito ends PW's 6-year run as WBC flyweight champion. Y'all remember this? I'm going to put his name in there because y'all seen this before. This man got about 200 letters in his name, man. Seriously. I can't pronounce that. Ponsgaslek. And that's just the first name. Okay? WONJONGKAM. Yeah, him. He was the one that lost. And he had reigned for like 6 years. Anybody pronounce that? I call him PW. Okay, let's move on. August 25th, 2007. Ivan Calderon defeats Hugo Fidel Cazares in a split decision to win the WBO Junior Flyweight title and to become the Ring Magazine Junior Flyweight Champion. And this was Calderon's first fight in the division. Yeah, first fight in the division. He lifted the title up off of Hugo Fidel Cazares. Yeah, first fight in the division. October 6th, 2007. Ooh, 2007 was a long one. The Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao, defeats Marco Antonio Barrera by unanimous decision. Barrera would announce his retirement after the fight. Yeah, Pacquiao was the Mexican killer, man. Yes, sir. He was. Woo. Yeah, Pacquiao. Yeah, he fought all the big Mexican names in that era and was beating all of them too. Okay, November 4th, 2007. Just got a couple more for 2007. We got about 5 minutes. We might make it to the 2010s. November 4th, 2007. Joe Kawasaki defeats Mikhail Kessler by unanimous decision in a unification fight for the WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight titles. Now, he wasn't undisputed because it was 4-belt by then, because he had everything except for the IBF. Now, Kawasaki becomes the first undisputed super middleweight champion. He wasn't undisputed because 2007, the WBO, he didn't have the IBF. Okay, so that's not true. But he did make 20 title defenses. That was his 21st. He passed B-Hop, who had 20 at that time. And Larry Holmes had 20 at heavyweight. Yep, Kawasaki passed him. He didn't get to Joe Louis's 25, though. December, nobody got to that. December 16th, D1 of the hashtag AWM on the JBT in the building. What's up, D1? Friday nights at 10 p.m. Closes down the week for the JBT network, man. D1 William Old School of Rant. And don't go in there messing around. You go up on that panel, you got to have your big boy pants on. Because that is a tough podcast there dealing with D1, the angry white man, and Old School of Rant. Yeah, go in that closet and get your big boy pants before you go up on that panel. But salute D1. Okay, we're going into we got November 11th, 2007. David Haye beats John Mark Mormack by a 7th round TKO to win the WBC Cruiserweight title and the WBA Super Cruiserweight title. What is Super Cruiserweight? Never heard of it. Anybody ever heard of Super Cruiserweight? I haven't. Okay, what time is it? Let's go to 2008. Get into that a little ways. Let's salute everybody. Appreciate everybody rocking with me today. We got a big one. We got a fantasy matchups Monday. We have a 16-fighter tournament at super lightweight, 140, with a couple of 135-pounders in it. It's going to be fire. F-I-Y-A, fire. Okay, January 19th, 2008. Matter of fact, I'm going to cut it off right there. We'll start with 2008 tomorrow because we only got like 4 minutes. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And we got Jai Apatow this weekend, right? I think it's this weekend. Monster was originally scheduled to fight on this is the 8th, right? January 8th. But he got pushed back. I think he's actually on the 24th now. But I think we got Monster coming up this month too. But Apataya is this weekend. He's fighting David. I'm not really messing with his last name. He's a replacement, was a late replacement. But that's this weekend, you know. And man, that's the first big name of the year, Jai Apataya. He's cruiserweight champion. I'm still thinking about that. What in the world is super cruiserweight? Damn. Cruiserweight is goes to 200, right? Then heavyweight stops. So where did super cruiserweight fit in there at? Somebody just made that up. Super cruiserweight. Damn. I shouldn't even have read that. Yeah, Jai Apataya is this weekend. And let me see. What is this? January? Yeah. David NYIKA. Nyika. Is that it? Define Arnie? Define Arnie. I asked that the other day when I tried to pronounce it. And yeah, I don't know of not really any other big names on the card, but yeah, that's the first big one. And then Caroline Dubois, Daniel's sister, she puts her title on the line on the 11th. That's like a what? Tuesday or Wednesday? The 11th? Yeah. On a Tuesday. Right? And I was trying to find the monster. We got the monster in there somewhere. I think it was the 24th. You know, monsters on Tuesdays. There he is. January 24th. Now, what day is that on? The 8th, 15th, 20th. Like a Tuesday, yeah. The monster and Sam Goodman. Sam is a good fighter, but I don't think he's going to be able to handle the monster. Nah, the monster is special. But they talking about him and Nakatani, Junto. Junto might be time enough for him, man. Yeah, I would like to see that one. I think Junto is at 118 right now, right? Okay, let's get into our show. The fantasy matchups Monday. The 16-man tournament at super lightweight. This is going to be good. I read it about 50 times. It was so good. Yeah, that's good enough for the music. And then, if time permitting, we're going to look at a few of the big fights we got coming up early this year. And then we're going to look at some fights we would like to see this year at the end, because I think we're going to finish this like 3:15, something like that. So yeah, we're going to look at some of the big fights we are actually getting and some of them that we want, right? A lot of people say they don't care about it anymore, but I still want to see Fury and Joshua fight, you know? They actually had that signed one time, but it fell apart. We never actually got it, but they did. They actually had that fight signed. Okay, let me get situated here. I'm going to need the light for this. Yeah. I got the notes, but I was writing some of this late at night, so kind of got a little chicken scratching when it got late, but I'm going to do my best, okay? All right. Bad luck to start before. It's 2:30. Let's go. Okay. Fantasy matchups Monday. 16-fighter tournament at super lightweight, the 140 division. Okay. Now tournaments and playoff competitions in sports dominate fans' attention around the world when they occur. But boxing rarely does have brackets or tournaments for various reasons. But what if boxing did have a tournament? Now they had the Super Six, but very rarely do they do that. But today, we will have a bracket of some of the top lightweights, 135, and super lightweights, 140. Some of those guys from that division, some of the best in the world, actively currently competing. We will see who would come out on top in a traditional tournament format. Now, the 140-pound and 35 division was selected because they are loaded with talent. And, you know, some of the top lightweights are included in this tournament with the 140-pounders because some of them will be moving up to 140 pounds soon, or they're among the best in the lightweight division. And some of the fighters in this tournament are among the best in the world pound for pound and could potentially be the pound for pound king in boxing eventually. One of these fighters could, right? So without further ado, now let's look at some of the 16 fight. Let's look at the 16 fighters that will be competing in this mythical tournament. Okay, 16 of them. Let's look at them briefly, and just a little bit about them briefly. Okay. The number one is Devin Haney. Now Devin currently is 31 wins, no losses, 1 no contest, 15 knockouts. Now, Haney is known for being safety first with a focus on accuracy and footwork, utilizing a strong jab, tight guard, subtle footwork, and head movement. Devin has an attack and retreat style of fighting, okay? Number 2 in the tournament, Gervonta Davis. Currently, 30 wins, no losses, 28 knockouts, 93.3% knockout rate. Davis is a boxer puncher. He doesn't apply nonstop pressure with the output of a traditional pressure fighter. Tank is too skilled, nuanced, too defensive-minded, and too good of a counterpuncher to be a slugger. He's a complete boxer who can do most things. And Tank is currently the WBA champion at 135. Next, these are the fighters competing in today's tournament. Next, Teofimo Lopez, currently 21-1, 13 knockouts. Teofimo is known for its powerful combinations, excellent footwork, and prolific counterpunching. He also has an impressive blend of power, hand speed, and timing. And Teofimo is currently the WBO champion at 140. Next contestant in the tournament is Vasily Lomachenko. Currently 18 wins, 3 losses, 12 knockouts. Now Lomachenko has a strategic, calculated, and unique approach, featuring a southpaw stance, high guard, deceptive jab, speed and angles, uncommon combinations, and excellent footwork. Lomachenko's boxing style has earned him nicknames like The Matrix and High Tech. And Lomachenko is currently the IBF champion at 135. Okay? Next entrant into the tournament, Slick Shakur Stevenson. See, Shakur don't have no nickname, so I gave him one. Slick Shakur Stevenson. Currently 22 wins, no losses, 10 knockouts. Now, Shakur is a defensive wizard with insane ring IQ, pinpoint accuracy, and the ability to control the pace of a fight. He is also a master at managing distance. And Shakur is a WBC champion, currently at 135. Okay, here we got 16 of them. Next, the number 6 entered into the tournament, Subriel Matias. Now, Subriel is currently 21 wins, 2 losses, 21 knockouts. 100% knockout rate for Subriel. Now, Matias' boxing style is a rampaging pressure fighter, where he breaks down opponents or finishes them with a single shot. He's known for his combination punches, where he takes the power off his shots before releasing them to finish a fight. Matias can also switch stances mid-attack and is effective in close or on the outside. Next fighter in today's tournament, William Zepeda. 32 wins, no losses, 27 knockouts. 84.3% knockout rate for William Zepeda. Now, Zepeda is a fan-friendly, non-stop knockout machine. He's a southpaw with a relentless pressure style and suffocating punching power. William Zepeda. Josh Taylor is in the tournament today. Currently 19 wins, 2 losses, 13 knockouts. Taylor is a Scottish boxer with an aggressive boxing style, sharp reflexes, and strong technical skills. His style also features a southpaw stance and good counterpunching skills. Josh Taylor. We're going to let Ryan come off his suspension temporarily to participate in the tournament. There's Ryan. Ryan Garcia, currently 24 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest, 20 knockouts. And Ryan has an 83.3% knockout rate. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, Garcia's boxing style is characterized by he's known for fighting with his feet flat on the mat, but his quick hands allow him to get away with being flat-footed. He has limited head movement and is jittery around the ring, not staying close to his opponent. Ryan is also known for the power in his left hook. Okay, number 10, but we got like 6 or 7 more, then we're going to get into the tournament. Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall, currently 30 wins, 1 loss, 13 knockouts. Catterall's boxing style is characterized by a clinch and jab approach. He has a cautious safety-first style out of the southpaw stance, right? Catterall's style also features good counterpunching, sharp punching, and he is tactically sound. Regis Prograis is in it. Regis Prograis, currently 29 wins, 3 losses, 24 knockouts. Regis has an 82.7% knockout rate. Now, Regis Prograis is a southpaw with a deceptive style. His style includes elusive head movement, clubbing power, aggressive, and a very good overhand left, which is one of his most effective shots. And Regis has one of the best opponent connect percentages in boxing at 19.2%. Regis doesn't get talked about enough for his defense. Yeah, good defensive fighter Regis is. Okay, a couple more, then we're going to start the matchups. Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, 16-man tournament at 140. Jose Ramirez is 29 wins, 2 losses, 18 knockouts. Ramirez's boxing style is known for aggressive punching, exceptional footwork, and the ability to adapt to different fighting styles. Okay. Frank Martin. Frank Martin, currently 18 wins, 1 loss, 12 knockouts. Now, Frank Martin is known for his accuracy, balance, and speed, and his signature straight left hand. He's a quick-fisted southpaw with excellent footwork, athleticism, and double-fisted power. Frank Martin. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, 26 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 knockouts. Now, Pitbull is a Mexican boxer, known for his aggressive and forceful fighting style. Some of his boxing techniques include infighting, positioning, and Pitbull tries to entertain fans, and he's the opposite of fighters who focus on safety first. Okay, number 15 in the tournament out of 16, Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero, 16 wins, 2 losses, 13 knockouts. Rolly has an 81.2% knockout rate. And Rolly knows how to adapt to various fighting styles. He knows how to move around the ring and counterpunch, and he can attack if the fight so requires. And finally, final entry out of 16 is Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine is 18 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 9 knockouts. Ortiz is known for his fast hands, smooth footwork, and sharp acumen. He's often described as the technician and is known for being unpredictable, always looking for offensive attacks and using crafty jabs to disrupt his opponent's rhythm. Okay, let's get into the matchups now, okay? The 16-man tournament at 140. We got a couple of lightweights, 135-pounders in it too. Okay, let's go. Now, the first round of 16, the first matchup is Devin Haney versus Jermaine Ortiz. Devin Haney versus Jermaine Ortiz. Now, everything indicates that Haney wins this matchup by decision over Ortiz. Now, despite having an impressive performance against Teofimo Lopez in a contentious decision loss in February of last year, and a TKO victory over Christian Ruben Mino in November, Ortiz has not performed on the level to beat Devin Haney, a former undisputed lightweight champion. Now, putting aside the debacle between Haney and Ryan Garcia, where Devin tasted the canvas numerous times in the fight. Right. In the fight before that, Haney floored Regis Prograis on his way to a shutout decision win in December 2023. It wasn't a bad performance for his debut at 140 against a reigning world champion. Haney outboxes Ortiz to win by unanimous decision. Okay? And the next matchup of the first round of 16 is Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero. Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero. Now, this looks like another stoppage win for Tank over Romero. Rolly lost his world title in a damaging 8th round stoppage loss to Pitbull Cruz last March. And he only lasted 6 rounds with Tank in a lightweight matchup in 2022. So Romero has lost 2 of his last 4 fights by stoppage, while Davis has stopped Hector Luis Garcia, Ryan Garcia, and Frank Martin since he faced Romero. Stepping up for 135 will not be an issue for the diminutive powerhouse Tank, who is in stunning form right now. In nearly a carbon copy of their first meeting, Tank stops Rolly in the 6th round. Okay, the next matchup. Teofimo Lopez versus Pitbull Cruz. Teofimo Lopez versus Pitbull Cruz. Now, this fight will depend on which Teofimo shows up. If Teofimo repeats his performances against Steve Claggett and Jermaine Ortiz, or one on the same level of his loss to George Kambosos Jr. in 2021, then he will likely lose against Pitbull. In March of last year, Pitbull battered Rolly Romero on the way to an 8th round win to earn the WBA Junior welterweight title. And Pitbull had won 4 straight fights before he lost his first title defense to Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Now, Teofimo has beaten the likes of Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. He has a history of fighting to the level of his opponents. So against a former champion like Pitbull, Teofimo will likely bring his A game. But Pitbull will put up a tough challenge. Teofimo wins this matchup by a very competitive unanimous decision. So Teofimo advances to the next round. The next matchup, Vasily Lomachenko versus Frank Martin. Vasily Lomachenko versus Frank Martin. Okay? Now, at age 36, how much more does Lomachenko have left after a long career as a standout competitor as an amateur and professional? Now, Lomachenko dominated the later rounds in a close loss to Devin Haney in May of 2023, and his team disputed the decision. Now, in his last fight in May of last year, he stopped an overmatched George Kambosos. Now, Martin lost the first fight of his career last June when he was stopped by Tank Davis. Now, Martin is a good fighter and would be a good matchup for anybody at 140. But Lomachenko, even at age 36, still has enough left to outshine Martin. Lomachenko by unanimous decision to advance to the 2nd round. Okay? Next matchup, Shakur Stevenson versus Jose Ramirez. Shakur Stevenson versus Jose Ramirez. This will be a tough fight for Stevenson, who is coming up in weight to face a seasoned former world champion at 140. Ramirez has height and reach advantages, which will also make it difficult for Shakur. Ramirez only has 1 fight in nearly 2 years. His only fight during that time was a unanimous decision loss to Arnold Barboza Jr. Shakur has fought 3 times during that same period, including his snooze fest against Edwin De Los Santos. Now, Shakur is better than that performance, and he will be too slippery for Ramirez. Shakur by unanimous decision. Okay? Next matchup in the first round, Subriel Matias versus Regis Prograis. Subriel Matias versus Regis Prograis. 16-man tournament at 140. Couple more fights left in the first round. Subriel Matias versus Regis Prograis. Fantasy matchups Monday. This is a great matchup between two former champions. One whose next fight is an attempt at another title, and the other one who has seen better days. Now, Matias had stopped every fighter he had ever faced as a professional before he lost his title to Liam Paro last June. But he bounced back with a TKO win over Roberto Ramirez in November. Now, Regis is originally from New Orleans, but now he's based in Houston. Regis has faced better opposition than Matias, but the 35-year-old has been widely outpointed in his last two fights against Devin Haney and Jack Catterall. And Matias is clearly the fresher of the two and wins by late stoppage over Regis. Okay. Then in the final matchup of the first round, we have No, two more in the first round. William Zepeda versus Jack Catterall, next to the last one. Zepeda versus Catterall. There's Zepeda on the left, Catterall on the right. Kensaw Love won in the building, and Jarrell had it. Fantasy matchups Monday, y'all. 16-man tournament at 140. We're down to the last fights of the first round. I will tell you who advanced in one moment. But next fight is William Zepeda and Jack Catterall. Okay, let's see what happens in this one. William Zepeda, Jack Catterall. Super big 16. They had the super. This is the big 16 at 140. Now, Zepeda's punch output and attacks to the body have seen him rise through the lightweight divisional rankings into the lofty company of Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Vasily Lomachenko. Maxie Hughes, Catterall's fellow Englishman, can testify to the viciousness of the Mexican's body shots. Zepeda has also benefited from being active, fighting 8 times since 2022, which is unheard of in this era. And Zepeda is dangerous. He has stopped 27 of 32 opponents at the professional level. Now, Catterall has went 4-0 since suffering the only loss of his career by a controversial decision to Josh Taylor in February of 2022. Catterall is tough and talented, but Zepeda's incessant pressure will be too much for him. Catterall goes the distance, though, but Zepeda wins by unanimous decision. Now, the final fight of the first round is Josh Taylor versus Ryan Garcia. Who will advance? Josh Taylor versus Ryan Garcia. Okay? Now, Taylor may have lost his last 2 fights and been injured, which led to some inactivity the last few years, leading to a lack of momentum recently. He still has too much class, experience, and boxing IQ to be troubled by Garcia's hand speed. Taylor's fellow Briton, Luke Campbell, floored Garcia early in their 2021 meeting before Ryan recovered to win a 7th-round TKO. But when Ryan faced another experienced boxer in Tank Davis in 2022, he was brutally exposed. And since that Davis loss, Ryan knocked out Oscar Duarte, and Ryan was brilliant in a decision win over Devin Haney, which was later ruled a no contest due to PED use by Garcia. But in today's matchup, Taylor will use his reliable jab to nullify Garcia. Taylor by unanimous decision. Okay, let's go to the second round. Now, the second round, the round of 8. The fighters who advanced from the first round was Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, Slick Shakur Stevenson, Subriel Matias, William Zepeda, Josh Taylor. Those are the fighters in the second round. Okay, let's go. Second round. Old school in here? I didn't see old school. Oh, you're talking to me. I thought you were talking about old school or red. Okay, second round, the round of 8. We're down to 8 fighters. Let's look at the 4 fights in the second round, okay? Y'all ready? Okay. Anybody missing this? I don't know what they're looking for, man. You know, I'm not going to talk about who's beefing on Twitter and that kind of nonsense. You have to go elsewhere for that. This is boxing history. But this is Fantasy Matchups Monday. Okay. Round 2. Now, the first matchup in round 2 is Devin Haney versus Josh Taylor. Devin Haney versus Josh. Here's Devin and Josh. Devin Haney versus Josh Taylor, round 2. Now, Taylor, who has spoken about moving up in weight, had a bad night against Teofimo Lopez in his last world title fight. And on that evidence, it doesn't seem that he can beat Devin Haney. Taylor used to be king at 140, but his win over Jose Ramirez to become undisputed champion of the division was over 3.5 years ago. Now, if Taylor struggled against Teofimo's movement, he will have even more trouble with the slick footwork and dazzling speed of Haney, who will cruise through this matchup and into the final 4. Haney by unanimous decision. Okay, Haney by unanimous decision. Next second matchup of the second round, Gervonta Tank Davis versus William Zepeda. This should be a good one here. Gervonta Tank Davis versus William Zepeda. Now, this could be one of the best fights of the entire tournament and a good test of how Tank copes with a fellow southpaw at 140 pounds. Now, Zepeda will apply pressure from the opening bell, and this could see Tank responding with power punches early on in the fight. Tank has more quality than Zepeda and has stopped better opponents. Tank wins by late stoppage. Okay, to go to the final 4. We got Devin Haney and Tank Davis in the final 4 so far. The next matchup is Subriel Matias versus Teofimo Lopez. And we're getting that for real in a few months. I forgot what month it was. We're getting this matchup for real. Let's see if it turns out like I got this one today. Subriel Matias versus Teofimo Lopez. Preview of what's to come. Now, Matias likes to leave his opponents looking for the exit. And the Puerto Rican pressure fighter's relentless volume of punches and combined with an unorthodox... The Puerto Rican pressure fighter's relentless volume of punches combined with an unorthodox style will prevent Teofimo from making any progress on the scorecards. Matias forced 5 consecutive opponents to retire in their corners before he lost to Leomparo. And he has too much desire for the unpredictable Teofimo. It is hard to pick Teofimo in this matchup when you consider his disappointing displays against Ortiz and Claggett, especially against someone who is in such ruthless form like Matias. Matias wins by unanimous decision. No, stoppage. Nobody's with it. Well, in all of his wins, he stopped them. So late stoppage over Teofimo for Matias. Okay. To advance to the semifinals. And the final fight of the second round to see who the final semifinalist is, Shakur Stevenson versus Vasily Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson versus Vasily Lomachenko. That's supposed to say let's get it on, but that's stuff in the way. But anyway, Lomachenko disputed the scores in his defeat to Devin Haney. But Haney showed in parts of that fight how boxing at range limits Lomachenko's success. Now, size will be an issue for Shakur in this one, and his defensive strengths can keep Lomachenko locked out. Lomachenko's athleticism is still formidable, as he showed in the latter rounds against Haney. But the younger Stevenson is as slippery as a bar of soap, and his ability to stay out of range can see him win a decision over his fellow southpaw lightweight. Shakur by unanimous decision to complete the final 4, okay? Third round is the final 4 of the tournament. The final 4 members are Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Subriel Matias. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Subriel Matias. Okay, let's look at the Final Four. The first matchup of the Final Four is Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Melanin Queen 27 in the building. What's up, Melanin Queen 27? How was your weekend? We're starting off another big week of boxing. Oh, everybody, direct your attention down to the lower right-hand corner. I believe it's a $sign down there. Yeah, they gave me my monetization back. Yeah. Yup. Took long enough. They penalized me for like 6 months, and I still don't know what I did, but I got it back. So all's well that ends well. Y'all see that $sign down there? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm monetized again. I'll see if I can keep it longer than 3 weeks this time. But let's continue. The Final Four. First matchup of the Final Four is Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Okay? Critics of Haney and Stevenson have questioned both of their lack of knockout power. And this semifinal matchup is likely to end up being more of a chess match than a ballroom brawl, right, between these two fighters. Now, both fighters are clever tactically and accomplished technically, but Haney will be stronger at super lightweight. Haney has also proved he can have success against quality southpaws in his fights against Vasily Lomachenko and Regis Prograis. And Haney has already had 3 fights at 140, while Stevenson would be making his debut in the division in this tournament, okay? But Shakur has been a champion in all 3 divisions he has competed in at the professional level: featherweight, super featherweight, and lightweight. Both fighters are elusive, and with this fight expected to go the distance, rounds could be very difficult to score and result in a razor-thin decision. Now, Shakur prevails in this fight due to his hand speed, accuracy, distance management, and defensive wizardry. Devin likely would eventually have to resort to the unfamiliar role of attempting to make it a rough fight on the inside. But Shakur would not allow that tactic to be effective. He's too slippery defensively. Shakur wins by split decision in a scientific chess match. Slick Shakur Stevenson is in the final. Who will he be going up against? Gervonta Tank Davis or Subriel Matias? And I wasn't biased in this. I was very objective. Because I was biased, I would just put Tank up there in the final. But who will be Shakur's matchup? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Subriel Matias. The second semifinal, okay? The 5'5" unbeaten Tank Davis has a 93% knockout ratio, and his accuracy and power will combine to take out Matias. Okay, didn't take long. Tank has accounted for opponents with a variety of shots that are delivered with pinpoint accuracy. Now, Matias has an unorthodox style, but Tank is brilliant at reading opponents. Matias is a pressure fighter who likes boxing on the front foot, cutting the ring off and trapping his opponents. But this will suit Tank just fine, who is good under pressure and will spot an opening and end this matchup with a counter shot in the 7th round. Okay? So the championship match is between Gervonta Tank Davis and Slick Shakur Stevenson. 4th round, the championship. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Slick Shakur Stevenson. Okay? Let's get it on. There they go. Gervonta Tank Davis and Slick Shakur Stevenson. The finalists in the Big 16 tournament, the Big 16 mythical tournament at 140. And then there's something 235 pounds end up in the final. Wow. Okay. Fourth round, the championship. Gervonta Tank Davis and Slick Shakur Stevenson. Now, let me go fix something to eat before I read this. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. No, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Slick Shakur Stevenson. Shakur don't have no nickname, so I gave him one. Okay, Slick Shakur Stevenson. Now, the two finalists in the 16-man mythical tournament at super lightweight ends up being the two best lightweights in the world. Isn't that something? The tournament at 140 ends up being the two best 135 pounders in the world. This matchup between WBA champion Gervonta Tank Davis and WBC counterpart Slick Shakur Stevenson pits two undefeated pound-for-pound level stars against each other. Two undefeated pound-for-pound level stars, okay? And both men are in their prime. Tank has never been in better form. In his two most recent outings, he has worn down Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin with smart pressure before closing the show by a spectacular knockout. Both Garcia and Martin had entered the ring against Tank with undefeated records, okay? And both left out of it. The over's gone. Now, Shakur is currently 22 wins, no losses with 10 knockouts. Shakur was not at his vintage best against Edwin De Los Santos and received heavy criticism for his performance. But Shakur is one of the finest technicians in the sport today. An Olympic silver medalist, the slick southpaw has skills to burn. It's evidenced in dominant wins over Jamel Herring, Oscar Valdez, and Robson Conceição. Tank and Shakur sparred against each other when they were at very different stages of their careers. In late 2016, Tank was preparing for his first world title fight against then IBF super featherweight champion Jose Pedraza. At that same time, Shakur was fresh off his silver medal performance at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics and looking to turn professional. Now, Tank brought Shakur into camp for sparring, and they got along very well. However, as the years went past and the bad blood began to simmer, Tank became hostile when he was asked about the sparring sessions with both Shakur and Devin Haney. Tank said, "They've all been in the ring with me, and I cracked both of them." But Shakur remembered things differently and accused Tank of fabricating events. Okay. But Terrell Cameron in the building. What's up, Terrell? Terrell, you just in time for the final of the Big 16 tournament at 140. Yeah, I know we got 235 pounders in the final, but it started out as a tournament at 140. But salute Terrell Cameron. How are you today? Yeah, that would be a great match. I mean, we might get it late this year. We might get it. But this is how I see it. You know. Anyway, where was it? Okay, but anyway, this all southpaw battle is a very difficult fight to call. Defensively, Shakur is incredible. He's never been caught by a savage punch, and it's a rarity for him to lose a round, okay? His hand and foot speed are matched only by his ring IQ. Now, Tank has always been a slow starter, but that's by design. From the moment the opening bell rings, Tank is gathering information and planning traps for later in the fight. Even when an opponent is winning against him, they're never safe against Tank. It's said that when you fight someone with fight-changing power like Tank has, you have to be ultra-focused and flawless for 12 rounds. That's the main reason I picked Tank to come out on top in this matchup. Simply because 12 rounds is a long time to avoid a bomb, right? It's boxing. And sooner or later, Tank will land that fight-changing shot. Shakur's superb defense will get him deep into the fight, though. But Tank will win by 9th or 10th round stoppage. Okay? Gervonta Tank Davis is the champion of the mythical big 16-man tournament at super lightweight. Here he is. Gervonta Tank Davis wins it. And no, I wasn't biased. Y'all heard me. I was very objective. I really think he would win it. Okay, so now let's look at some fights. Some big fights that we're getting this year. Okay? Some big fights that we're actually then we're gonna look at some that we want. But first, some big fights that we're gonna get to see early in the year too. All of them early in the year. Okay. Hope everybody enjoyed that. You know. Yeah. And don't forget Thursday is Boxing in the States is New York. We're gonna start early. We start before 2:30 of that because that is long. I got like 20 boxers from New York. Okay. So we're gonna look at now some of the big fights that we're getting this year. Okay. Okay. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was just great, relaxing. Watch some old fights because there wasn't too much going on in boxing this weekend. Okay, so let's look at this. Some of the big fights we're getting this year. This is boxing must-see TV. Top 5 boxing championship showdowns of 2025. Okay, now boxing fans. Get the hell out of my damn way. Commercial. Boxing fans have something big to look forward to in 2025. The sport has come a long way since its early days. Now, these days, boxing matches fill massive stadiums and draw millions of viewers worldwide. This year promises some incredible matchups that could reshape several weight divisions. And the best part is that we won't have long to wait because most of these fights we're going to talk about now will take place in the first few months of 2025. Now let's look at them, okay? The first one is Slick Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield. And that ain't them. Oh my goodness. That's the monster and somebody. Yeah, there they go. Kind of light. I should have made that picture a little darker, but hey, sue me. Okay, Slick Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield. Let's talk about that one. That's on the isn't that on the Better Be Evan Bivol card over the Riyadh season? Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield. Now Shakur comes in 22-0. Floyd Schofield comes in 18-0. So somebody's got to go in this one. They will duke it out for the WBC Lightweight Championship, currently held by Shakur. Now, Shakur's defensive skills against Schofield's aggressive style is what makes this fight a must-watch for every boxing fan. Okay? Schofield wasn't even supposed to be in this fight. He stepped in after Williams Zepeda got injured. Now, sometimes the best fights come from unexpected places. Now, it remains to be seen if Schofield's up for the task. The fight is scheduled for the last crescendo card in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on February 22nd. Slick Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. Yeah, that's right, you will. Excuse me. Tanked by old school spanking. Shakur, that ain't bad. I like Slick though. Slick Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. Y'all don't like Slick Shakur Stevenson? Thank you, Melanin Queen. Appreciate you. Okay, the next one is coming. I think this is coming up like in a week or two. On a Tuesday, of course. You know, Japan. That's their big fight day in Japan. I asked this Japanese guy one time, why the hell they had their big fights on Tuesdays? He said, why y'all had y'all's on Saturday? But he said, you know, Tuesday is their big fight day over there, like Saturday is ours. He didn't say that about why y'all had y'all. So I made that up. But he did say Tuesday is the big day over there, like Saturday is ours. In Japan, it's Tuesday. Yep. That's why they do that. Now, Monster gets Sam Goodman. And these are all fights that we're getting. We're going to look at some that we want. Why is that thing? Oh, Lord. My chat phone died. I got to be able to see the chat. I started out with like 30. There we go. I had the charger right there. We're back. Okay. Naoya Inoue versus Sam Goodman. Now, the Monster comes in at 28 wins, no losses. And he's back in action against Sam Goodman, comes in 19 wins, 0 losses. So again, in this one, just like Shakur and Schofield, somebody's going to have to go. I think I know whose it is. And this fight is in somebody's will have to go in Tokyo. Inoue has been knocking people out left and right, even garnering praise from the mighty Mike Tyson. However, Goodman is no pushover, okay? Now, Goodman's undefeated record makes this intriguing. Now, the fight got pushed back to January 24th because of a cut over Goodman's eye, and it probably was for the best. Nobody in their right mind would want to face Inoue at less than 100%. Yeah. I mean, that's not the kind of fight you say, well, the injury ain't bad, I'm going to take it anyway. No, anything. You could be 98% against Inoue. Postpone that bad boy. You want to be 100% against the Monster. Okay. Now, the next one, Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. Is that on the same card? I can't remember. But anyway. Dubois comes in at 22 wins, 2 losses. Coming off a great year, man. Great year last year. AJ, one of his victims, and the other guy in one of the Riyadh seasons. I can't never think of the other guy's name. But yeah, he two big names, man. Stop both of them too. Coming in with a lot of momentum, Dubois is. And he's defending his IBF heavyweight title against Joseph Parker, coming in at 35-3. And Parker's coming in off some big names too. Wilder, Zhang, yeah. Did he have another fight since that? I can't remember. But yeah, they both coming in off with a lot of momentum. And this is in Riyadh on the same card, last Crescendo card. That's Shakur and I just said the man's name, I forgot it already. Schofield. This is on the same card. That card is full of main events. February 22nd, right? On the undercard of Bivol and Beterbiev. Now, this fight could prove even more exciting after Dubois knocked out Anthony Joshua at Wembley. Yeah, that's what makes this so big after that performance, right? Joseph Parker's recent wins over heavyweights like Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang make him a serious threat. And the winner might get a shot at Alexander Usyk, which adds extra spice to the mix. I'd rather Usyk just go ahead and retire, man. Nothing else to prove. BD's one of this, he will do no more for his legacy than where he's already at, man. You know, yeah. Okay, the next one is the David brothers. And me and Jarrell got David in this one. Yeah, we got David. And this is David Benavidez versus David Morrell. This is February 1st. We ain't got long to wait on this. A matter of weeks, because once February get it, it's February 1st, right? First day of the month. Now, interim WBC light heavyweight champion David Benavidez, El Monstro, right? That's what they call him, El Monstro. And WBA light heavyweight champion David Morrell Jr. will meet in a battle of unbeatens that pits two of the sport's most exciting fighters against each other. And both are in their primes, right? The primes of their careers. Now, Benavidez comes into the contest with a record of 29 wins, 24 losses, 82.7% knockout rate, while Morrell's record stands at 11 wins, no losses, 9 knockouts, 81.8% knockout rate. I don't think it's going the distance, to tell you the truth. Now, this matchup will take place on February 1st, 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yep, this is in Vegas, not one of them on the Riyadh season, okay? Now the next one, these are fights that we are getting. Then I got some that we want to get. Okay, who is next? I done got out of order a little bit. The main event. What's that? Let's see. Let me see something. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I skipped one. Sam Goodman, David Benavidez. Let me go back and check, man. Don't leave. I done got out of order. I go all the stuff before I started, still mess up. First one was Shakur and Schofield. Then we had Inoue and Goodman. Then we had, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm right. Yeah, the big one, the big rematch. Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, too. The headliner on the card. Now, the light heavyweight division will see fireworks with Artur Beterbiev, 21-0, meets Dmitry Bivol, 23-1 again. And Bivol's only loss was to Beterbiev, remember? Now, their first fight was close, with Beterbiev winning by majority decision. However, not everyone was happy with the decision. And now, they will run it back in Saudi Arabia as the main event of the last crescendo, February 22nd, 2025. Bivol needs to change his game plan this time. Running and clinching won't cut it anymore. At 34 years old, this could be his last shot at the title. Meanwhile, Beterbiev, the older guy in the fight, might be against the toughest opponent he has ever faced in his career. Not just Bivol, OFT. Y'all know who FT is, Father Time. Yeah, but Beterbiev is up against OFT too now, right? Now, from heavyweight slugfest to technical masterclasses, 2025's boxing calendar has something for every fight fan. These fights could create new stars, end careers, or cement legacies. The sport of boxing keeps evolving, but one thing stays the same. Nothing beats the thrill of two fighters giving it their all in the boxing ring. Okay, now let's look at some of these fights that we want next year. Okay, that, we would likely get them, could get them. See if y'all agree. These are some fights that I want, Okay. Oh, I know what happened. No, I don't know what happened. Okay. Now the first one is let me go back. I'm not talking about no damn UFC. I'm talking about boxing. Let me take a drink. Come on, man, because I'm all messed up. Help. Miss Cass, call our 8-year-old granddaughter. Tell her to get up here. Bear with me for a minute, please. Come on, man. There it is right there. This is, oh man, 6 fights that we want to see in 2025, okay? The first one. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I didn't have to do all that at first. Oh my goodness. We might not get it. Let's see. I hit the wrong thing. Bear with me. And we're going to get some link time after this too. Okay? Because it's just about link time. That's why I always write stuff. Start over. Cass. Oh, I know what to do. I got it. Now, as boxing goes, 2024 was a pretty good year. Some big fighters got together for some big fights, and they yielded entertaining results, which makes it easy to create more of the same in the new year. Well, because, the calendar has flipped to 2025. So we got a whole new list across multiple weight classes that we're hoping the Fight Game Santa Claus will deliver for us through the next 12 months, right? Rather than saving all of them for December. Now let's look at them. The first one is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. I still wouldn't mind seeing that one, I still wouldn't mind seeing that one. I don't know about y'all. Okay. We can get the link in about 5 minutes. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Now, this fight has been talked about. This fight has been written about. This fight was even signed and scheduled at one time. But the fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, who've always shared a home country and briefly shared the heavyweight championship, has never occurred. But this is boxing. And now that they are both damaged competitive goods, maybe 2025 is the year it'll get done. Yeah, when they were both at the top, we couldn't get it, but now they both been beat recently. Maybe this is when we'll get it, Wouldn't it be something? I still want to see it though. Now Joshua's career is down to his last strike after his shocking 5th round knockout loss to Daniel Dubois in September. And Fury is officially off the division's top tier after dropping a pair of close but justifiable decision losses to Alexander Usyk in May and December of last May and December. Now, it won't matter much in their native England, where fans will certainly turn out in big numbers to see these two settle a long-time verbal beef, whether it's a title shot or not. Yeah, this will be in the big one, in the stadium, in Wembley Stadium. And it'll be 90,000 screaming UK fans in there too. And promoter Eddie Hearn is on board. Eddie said Joshua's done it all. If he gets Fury on his resume, he's boxed virtually everybody of his era. Okay? Now, I wouldn't mind seeing this one. I got Canelo, but hey, who knows? It's Bud Crawford, so I would not mind seeing this one. What about y'all? Bud versus Canelo. Bud versus Canelo. Well, we getting it. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, it's official. Bud versus Canelo. Cinco de Mayo. Yep. It's official. And maybe this fight makes sense. Maybe it doesn't make sense. And that depends largely on who you ask. But one thing is for certain. A showdown between generational stars Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford would be a big event, right? It would be as big as a calendar year would want. Now, Alvarez, for those somehow unaware, has been a pro since his teens. He became a champion at age 20 and has spent the subsequent years. He's 34 now. He's been ever since he's been in his 20s, compiling a Hall of Fame resume with title belts at 154, 160, 168, and 175, and a list of high-end pay-per-view appearances that rivals anyone's in the sport's recent history. Meanwhile, Bud Crawford's unbeaten record in 41 fights and also a 4-division champion and one of only 5 people that's undisputed in 2 different weight classes, right? He's angling for a career-defining challenge that'll surpass anything he's done from 135 pounds to 154. Yeah, if he can get Canelo on his resume as a victim, You got to put Bud up there with the Sugar Ray Ali, both Sugar Rays, Ali, Joe Louis, all of them. But I don't think he's going to do it. But if Bud can beat Canelo, that's big. Is Canelo too big, or is Crawford too skilled? Not surprisingly, Canelo suggests it's the latter. Canelo says, I'm in. Why not? Don't get me wrong. Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, but for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight for me. Easy money. That's what Canelo said. Canelo called it easy money. Canelo called Bud easy money, man. BN Boxing News. What's happening? What do you think, BN Boxing News? Canelo said Bud is easy money, bro. Yes, he did. Canelo said Bud Crawford is going to be easy money, and we getting it. Cinco de Mayo in May. It's official. Yep. Canelo said Bud Crawford is easy money. Yep. But the next one is Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani or Bam Rodriguez. Either one of them. There's him and Nakatani, and there's him and Bam. Anywhere against either one of them. Both of them preferably, you know. If we can slide both of them in there, hey, that'll be good. You know. Define Arnie says, I met a UK guy on D1's panel last night. He said AJ Fury might not be in Wembley, might be in Saudi. Okay, yeah. I didn't think about that. Define Arnie one. I don't know though, man. I think it'll be in Wembley. Yeah, I think it'll be in Wembley. Does Saudi have a 90,000 stadium over there? It's gonna take a big place for them too, man. Yeah. Of course, Turkey Ali Sheik on one of them, Saudi. But Turkey Ali Sheik paid for Joshua and Dubois was in Wembley. Yeah. I think Wembley is the bigger arena. I think it's going to be in Wembley, but we'll see. But yeah, they want the monster against Nakatani or Bam Rodriguez. Either one of them. You find only one Akmadaliev. Okay. That'll be good too. Against MJ, yeah. I thought they was gonna do that like last year or something, or 2023. They've been talking about that for a minute. Yeah. But salute BN Boxing News. Yeah. Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani or Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Either one of them. I would love this, brother. If we could get both of them in there, the better. Now, sometimes it's too hard to decide. Let's go ahead and get greedy. That's where we are when it comes to Naoya Inoue in 2025. The 31-year-old Japanese monster has become as sure a thing as there is in boxing these days, with 25 knockouts and 28 wins. What is that? You know what I'm doing. I'm figuring out the knockout rate. That's big. That's so close to 90. 89.2%. Wow. 89.2%. That's big. Now, the Monsters made 4 belt undisputed claims at both 118 and 122. And he has beaten so many opponents with such ease. 9 title fights since the start of 2020. And none of those opponents they have lasted an average of 6 rounds, right? Halfway through the fight. It's 9 since 2020. That's getting to be routine, which means it's time to up the ante. Yeah, we thought Cool Boy was going to do a little bit better, but man, he just. I'm glad that referee stopped that when Cool Boy got up from that stab jab. It was a left hook and right cross. I was saying, stay down, Cool Boy. But if the referee hadn't stopped that, that was getting ready to get ugly, man. Cool Boy was going to sleep. But let's up the ante. Inoue's rescheduled title defense with Sam Goodman. That ain't going to do it. Sam going to sleep. Yeah. Let me go right past that. But if Inoue shares the ring with either Junto Nakatani or Jesse Bam Rodriguez, or both, by the time this year is complete, his needle will be buried in the red for the foreseeable future. He might take an L in one of them, might take an L in both of them. I would pick him against Bam, but Nakatani, I don't know. Nakatani is 26 years old, right? He's also a native of Japan and has reigned just one division away from Inoue at bantamweight since February, running his record to 29-0 with 22 knockouts. Yeah. And man, that would be huge in Tokyo. You know, Turkey Al-Sheikh would try to get him over in Saudi Arabia, but this fight got to be in Tokyo. Nakatani, 75. Wait a minute now, that don't sound right. 29 wins with 22 knockouts. That's got to be more than 75%. 75.8%. Wow. But anyway, yeah, that one had to be in Tokyo. Now, the other one, we want Bam too, right? Because Bam is he's 24 years old, and he's the hottest young U.S.-based fighter in the world, right? And he reigns in Inoue's old stomping grounds at 115. And Bam is on the pound-for-pound radars with 14 knockouts and 21 wins, right? So yeah, we would like to see both of them. And I would even like to see this one, the third one. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor 3. Yeah. That's all being boxing news. Crawford just trying to get paid, man. He might get stopped for the first time in his career, depending on how Canelo feels. Canelo could have stopped Jamel if he'd have wanted to. Canelo been carrying people lately. He carried Jamel. He carried, what's the guy name just got knocked out by the French guy? Damn. Oh, man. Munguia. Canelo carried Munguia, and he carried Belanga. So he might carry Bud 12 rounds. But yeah, if he want to, he could stop Bud. You ain't jumping all the way up there like that, man. Bud ain't going to have the same speed or nothing up there. His power might not even carry up there, man. The further you go up, you know, I don't know. I just don't think Bud can do it, man. I just don't. But yeah, these two, Serrano and Taylor, I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Now, the record shows that Serrano and Katie Taylor have faced each other twice. Once in 2022 and once this past November, right? The last one. And they combined for 20 rounds of unforgettable, compelling combat, complete with blood, sweat, and for Serrano, at least tears, because she lost both of them. I thought she won both of them. That's because the multi-division Puerto Rican champion has been on the short end of two very highly debatable decisions, man. One split, one unanimous. So she landed more punches in 13 of those 20 rounds. They'd have had 20 rounds in the two fights, and in 13 of them, Amanda landed more punches. But she lost both fights. Go figure, man. Do the math, right? And she threw and landed more punches in both fights. So why not keep going until the judges get this damn thing right? Fight again, man. Okay? And then Moses Atama. This is who I would like to see Usyk fight. Moses Atama. If he's going to fight anybody. They fought in the Olympics, remember? Yeah. Moses Atama. Him and Usyk fought in the Olympics. Now, Alexander Usyk has been an Olympic champion. He's been a cruiserweight champion. And he's been a heavyweight champion, right? He added, by the time 2024 ended, he added 2 wins over Tyson Fury to cement yet another significant accomplishment. Undefeated and undisputed heavyweight champion and undisputed cruiserweight champion too. So while the prospect of returning to 200 pounds to take on the likes of Jai Apataya is interesting, no, don't do that, Usyk. We counsel Usyk to stay in the big boy division this year to take on as compelling a foe as it is, given the recessions of Fury, Joshua, and Deontay Wilder. His name is Moses Atama. He's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. If Morrell can take on Benavidez, why not Atama? You know, hey, they putting him on the fast track nowadays. And Atama is angling for a chance to erase the record set by another guy named Tyson, Mike Tyson. that is nearly 40 years ago. On Mike became the youngest champion in heavyweight history when he vaporized Kevin Berbick in 2 rounds at the age of 20 years, 4 months, 23 days in November 1986. Itama just turned 20 December 28th, and he could eclipse Tyson's mark if he were to win the heavyweight championship before May 20th. Yeah, he could have that record. And finally, the last one, then it's link time. That is the last one. Let me put the link in, man. See what some of my people think about this situation we got going on here. Bud Crawford and Canelo. Canelo, like I said, Canelo could stop him, but he probably gonna carry him for 12 rounds. Canelo been doing that lately, carrying people to distance when he clearly could get them out of there. Like Munguia, all of them, he dropped them just to show he could do it, and then he carried them the distance. Remember, he dropped Mel, Munguia, and Belanga, but then he just let them go. But he dropped, say, see, let me put them down, let them know what I can do, and then just chill for the rest of the fight. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Canelo been carrying people, man. He needs to stop that. Go ahead and get him up out of there. Bud is just too small, man. Now, if Bud went up through the divisions, like went to 154, where he's at, 160, then 168, I'd give him a chance to doing it, but just jumping over stuff like that, no. Like being boxing dude said, it's just a money grab, man. That's all it is, plain and simple. Bud trying to get paid and then get out of Dodge. Yep. That's what he's doing. Trying to get paid and exit stage right. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't, man, my big fingers. Don't mess with that. Don't mess with that link. My bad. Let me be quiet for a couple minutes. Okay, y'all talk to each other for a couple minutes. Yeah, Bud is trying to get paid and get out of there. One last big payday. What better payday than Canelo? Canelo can fight the Easter Bunny. It's gonna be a pay-per-view, big time, and gonna make a lot of money. And the Easter Bunny would probably make $150 million. So Bud, that's all Bud trying to do, man. And it's clear. I don't blame him. Hey, I don't blame him. He got that talent as a boxer. He can get in there and get that money, get it. But don't think he gonna go up there and beat no Canelo. Canelo gonna carry him for 12 rounds. He gonna drop him just to show us he can do it. And then it's gonna be a unanimous decision. Because Canelo know all he gotta do is make it close. He gonna get the decision. Bud could win by decision, but if it's close, Canelo getting that. Canelo ain't losing no decision. Look at Bivol. Bivol washed that, man. They said it was 115 to 113 for Bivol. Come on, man. Bud and Canelo is in May. Canelo already up 4 rounds to nothing. And it's just January, right? Canelo already got 4 rounds on the cards. Okay, here comes the link. Where's Thomas Hill at today? Might be listening. Might be busy at work listening. Yeah. Okay, let me double check everything before I hit the button. What? Damn, that's not right. Yes, it is. Yes, there we go. Okay. Hope everybody enjoyed the tournament. today. And a couple fights in there we getting, like Subriel and Teofimo is already on the schedule. Yeah, and I think it was another one. I can't remember what it was. I know Subriel and Teofimo is on the schedule. Yeah, we getting that one. Oh man, that'll be a good fight. But you got to see which Teofimo shows up first. But Teofimo had a history lately of fighting according to his competition. So against Subriel, he would probably come in with his A game on that one. Because, you know, Loma, Josh Taylor. Mike Grimm, what's happening, Mike Grimm? Teofimo will come in with his A game, you know. But I don't know. I have to go with Subriel, I think. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if Teofimo pulls it off. You know. Teofimo is a good fighter. Yeah. But yeah, we got a good year coming right at us right now. 2025. Straight ahead. Got a big name in there this weekend. Jaya Pattaya. Tomorrow is that we're gonna talk about the lightweight division, a history of it. We're gonna talk about some of the greatest lightweights of all time. Oh no, that's not right. Oh, never mind. God damn. Forgive me, y'all. I know. Damn. How the hell did I do that? That's not right. The link is not correct. Damn. I don't know what happened. Give me a minute. It's me, okay? Different year, but same cast sports. Told you I like technology, but technology don't like me. There we go. There's the correct link in there now. Okay. I had it right, then I changed it. Okay, that's correct. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about now. Let's salute Mike, man. Got my dollars, got my monetization back. Hope I have it more than 3 weeks this time before they take it. Yeah, they snatched it up off of me last time. I still don't know what I did. I show a lot of still pictures, and you can get copyrighted for still pictures too. So I try to get ones that don't have this. Some of them have like Getty Images and other names of sites and stuff written on them. So I tried any of them that's got anything on them. I don't fool with them, you know, because those are the ones that get you. Man, I just hit my own link. Damn. Oh yeah, that one was right. There's Decline Arnie 1. All the way from the great state of Puerto Rico. Damn, well, there it is. Couldn't find the
How you
cursor.
doing, sir?
I'm sorry. Okay, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. How was your weekend?
I was pretty good, thankfully.
Okay. Who fought this weekend? I just watched some old fights because there was no big names or nothing, was it?
I don't think so. I watched some old fights too. I
Yeah,
watched
me
some
too.
Benitez fights and
Yeah. I went back to the Thriller in Manila again for like the 100th time. We was
Ooh,
talking about it last week. Remember, I watched that again. Yeah, I
and
can't
go
never
run it
get
out.
tired of watching that, man. You know that fight.
Never,
Yeah,
never. Have you had
yeah,
a chance to watch Tony versus Jiro?
yeah. I watched that one too a while back, around the time you was telling me about it. Yeah, great fight, man. You
Man,
was
that
right.
was something else.
Yeah, that was a very good fight. That was one of the better ones for around that period. You know,
No
was it
doubt.
like the 2000s, somewhere around in there?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
early 2000s.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. Yeah, and so I think it's Appetite this weekend, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think it's Wednesday or something weird
Yeah,
like that.
it's in the middle of the week, man. I saw that. I saw that. I think it's like on the 14th or something like that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? That ain't no Saturday. You know?
Definitely not.
And where is that? Is that in Saudi Arabia?
Um, no, I think that's in Australia.
I was writing
I wonder why they having it in the middle of the week like
It really
that.
does make a difference. Like,
What's
Yeah,
up,
that's
John?
definitely
You know?
weird.
super warm. It's like
Let's usually have the monster in Japan. Because, you know, I asked this Japanese guy, but he said Tuesday is their big fighting day over there, you know, Tuesdays. That's why the monster always fights, you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how they do it over there. And they don't cater to us. They have it on their time. It'd be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning over here. You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody.
You think about him and you think Sam Goodman got a chance against Monster?
I don't think so. I think MJ has a chance.
Oh, yeah. You was talking about MJ, yeah. They've been talking about that for a while. MJ, you know?
Yep. Dude, look really.
Now everybody's
impressive
talking
in that
about
fight.
everybody talking about the other Nakatani now. You know, that would be a big fight in Tokyo. Ooh. That would be huge over there.
Junto is the one that I think people want the most for
Yeah.
Naoya.
I think so. Oh, you were saying somebody told you last night on I think it was D1 panel that Fury and Johnson would be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, bro, that shocked me. Like I was like, bro, you ain't gonna make that fight in Wembley? Seriously?
I'm serious, man.
I mean,
But a lot of them UK fans will probably travel over there to see it though, because they fans, man, you know.
I wouldn't doubt it. Remember how they traveled for Ricky Hatton back in the day?
In UK seat 90,000 people.
Yeah.
You know?
You had Joshua and Dubois in Wembley, and you're not gonna have Fury and AJ in Wembley. Look at the irony in that one, bro.
That's crazy. Probably Turkey out of chic. You know.
Yeah, he got to be like breaking the bank for this one or something, because otherwise
he paid for the Joshua and Dubois, but that was in Wembley. But he probably said, "No, I want this one in Saudi Arabia." You know.
Man. We'll see. I do want to see it, bro. Like it's now or never. That's for sure.
I know. It's almost past the pay by date or sell by date. You know, it's getting close.
Yeah, man.
And wouldn't it be something ironic that we get it now when they both lost their belts? Neither one is a champion, kind of like on the wheel down. When they were both up on the top, we didn't get it. That would be something to get it now. But
just think about it. We missed out on AJ Wilder, and we're gonna miss out on AJ Fury as well, bro.
Wouldn't it be something? Yeah, those two fights there. Those fights that people wanted for years, man. It would be something if we never get neither one of them.
Exactly. At least we got a trilogy out of Fury Wilder.
Yeah, we did get that one. And Fury and Usyk, we got 2, you know.
Yeah. Usyk, AJ, but AJ Fury gotta happen, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, their careers will not be complete without each other, man. You know.
UK fans are pissed, bro. Look how late they got Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, bro.
Oh yeah. Both of them was like washed up when they finally fought.
Pretty much. Well,
you know?
yeah. Completely true. But they could have gotten a trilogy out of that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. That could have been. But it was still a big fight and made big money over there, though. That still happened. The fans there are over there. As old as they both were, they still came out for that one.
Yeah, but the level wasn't there.
I wonder what took it so long, why they never got that one earlier, though. What was the reason, you know?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah. That was a fight that, they was always both around the same weight classes. They could have made that years ago, a few pounds
Absolutely.
apart. What's up,
Could have
John?
gotten a legendary trilogy or something. Hey, how you doing, Jack?
Yeah, they could have got a trilogy out of that easy. Yeah. Do you think it would have been any different if they would have been younger? Because
Without a doubt.
Stopped them. Think it would have been like the same?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Amir
Amir
Khan's
would've
always
did better.
had that last chin, but Amir Khan was, my
He could
goodness,
box.
the hand speed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
He probably would have did better earlier, in their
absolutely.
careers. Yeah. Yeah.
He had some pop too. People forget.
Yes, he did. And he was a good boxer, man. Yeah.
Amir Khan is a great example of, it would have been totally different, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Man. But at least he still got in there and did it, He knew that was something the fans wanted to see. A lot of fighters would have been, at that point, would have been said no, That was both of their last fight, too, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. I can't remember either one of them fights since then. Yeah. It was a
Can
pretty
y'all
good
hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was wondering, you loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Come on, man. You was biased with Devin Haney versus Shakur, man.
You picked Devin over Shakur? Or you had Devin
I don't know who will win, but you ever see them spar each other?
No. They have, though, haven't they?
I watched that sparring, man. You see Devin Haney walking Shakur down, man.
Yeah. I had it close.
Yeah.
I said it would be close, probably be controversial, whichever way it goes, Yeah. That would be a good fight.
Devin Haney got high IQ, though. I think that goes underrated because of all the other stuff that he be saying.
I thought Shakur should have took that fight when they offered that 135. He should have took that, man.
Yeah, but that fight not easy. That's not an easy fight for him.
No, it's not.
That is the first time you see Devin Haney walking somebody down. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Shakur definitely slick. You could call him Sugar Shakur if he earned that title. Sugar
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Devin pulled it out. Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
That's messed up. You want to bring Loma all the way to 140, though.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I got Loma
would never be at
135. I got Loma beat TS at 135.
But TS, yeah. I would too. Definitely. Have Loma in that at 135. No question.
I'm still thinking about Subriel versus Tio, bro. That one's got me puzzled on, to be honest.
Subriel and Tio. We getting that.
Yeah. In March or something.
That's already signed. Yeah, but they actually going to fight. I think I had Matias, right? But see, then you always got to see which Tio shows up too, man, because
that is one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think Tio, and I hope I'm wrong, bro, but I think Tio's got the style to get Matias, bro.
Yeah, if he bring his A game, he definitely does.
Yeah.
Look how he did to Josh Taylor. Made it look easy.
Because the thing with Matias is that he gets hit too much, bro.
Say it again, I'm
sorry. My fault. No, I was saying that fight go under the radar when Tio beat Josh. Probably cut Tio running his mouth too, like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that and also Josh Taylor's been through quite a few wars also. I mean, that wasn't the Josh Taylor that Jose Ramirez got, for example, So I think it's the combination of the two, honestly.
He like
that's an excuse. I don't want to hear Josh saying. Josh just looked like he was fit for that fight. Tio just schooled him. He just got schooled, man.
He got schooled for sure.
That's Tio. That was like the best Tio I see, even better than the Loma Tio in that Josh Taylor fight. I thought, man.
Tio come.
Yeah.
That's easy work.
Probably beat Matias if that one shows up. Yeah. For sure.
Let's hope that one doesn't show up then.
Is that one in Puerto Rico? You find on him?
I hope so, but I don't think so.
What was the fight you was talking about? Jay wanted you to cover, possibly.
Berlanga and Gabe Rosado.
Oh, okay. Is that signed already and everything?
No, it's in talks though, but I haven't seen anything official.
Okay.
What? Berlanga versus Gabe Rosado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a out. Like, it's not a mismatch because Rosado is nuts. But like, come on, man. Did he ever even fight that heavy a weight before? What weight they fighting at? 168?
It's a good question.
That's
I
a
think
good
so.
question. That is a good question.
Why you ain't trying to fight Caleb? Yeah, Berlanga versus Caleb. You just fought Canelo.
Because Berlanga knows he's gonna get decapitated, and Berlanga can't get his ass whooped like twice in a row, bro. He was
talking trash about Caleb, so why would he fight him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb would school him, man.
Caleb would do him like he did with the rail.
Yep.
Rosado gonna make that good fight for sure.
What y'all think about Bud and Canelo? That's Cinco de Mayo. It's official. They fight.
I'm sticking with Bud, bro. All the way to the end.
You going with Bud?
Yes, sir. If anybody can pull this off, it's him, bro.
What weight is it?
168.
I think it's 168.
Yeah,
which is smart from Canelo.
Canelo said he ain't doing no catch weight or nothing. He said you come to 168 or you don't get the fight.
Yeah, that's the thing with Canelo, bro. He's a sniper in these things, bro.
That's right.
I got Canelo. If anybody can do it, Bud could do it, but Bud like reckless, like.
Yeah, I got Canelo.
Man.
I'm shocked he didn't say 175, honestly.
that would have been too much for Bud.
I'm shocked.
175. No, that been out the question. 175.
That's the only chance he gets. Listen, if this is a little bit, if those two, if Canelo wasn't bigger than Bud, this wouldn't even be a discussion, in my opinion.
Yeah, if it was like 147, 154, it'd be
that's
Bud
how high
day.
I am on Bud, bro. But if anybody can figure this
thing
out,
you gotta give him that. Canelo.
Would you think his power would carry that far, Define on him?
No way. No. He's gonna have to rely on his skills.
Yeah.
Man,
that's right.
I know I'm reaching, but I'm sticking with my guy, bro.
Mike Grimm is right. He said Bud had trouble with 154 guy, Madrimov.
But Madrimov is a star. That's what I hear everybody like. Madrimov is way quicker and better with the feet than Canelo is. Like he's not like. Madrimov is a stud. Like I wouldn't hold that too much against Bud.
But Bud can't hurt Canelo though.
No, I don't think he can hurt him because Canelo definitely has a chin on him, bro.
So what is he gonna do?
And think about the
box him.
Okay.
Remember one thing, fellas. Canelo, with the exception of Billy Joe, Canelo has always struggled against boxers. Remember that, fellas.
That's true.
Lara, Floyd Mayweather, Bivol, you name it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only lost to Floyd though. That was at 154, and he got that experience of Floyd. He got experience.
I'm sorry, fellas. I gotta go. Y'all take care, okay?
Oh yeah, we gotta get off in a minute anyway. Yeah, it's 4.
Daniel Jacobs, like Canelo got the experience in this fight. This is gonna be a tight, and it's at 168. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
What Bud is gonna do?
Yeah. Oh shit, he can't hurt him. Then what he's gonna do though? He got this. He's slick with the footwork though. So
yeah.
We'll see what he do. That's a good fight. I'm surprised they made it.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo in May.
That's fast too.
First weekend in May. It's official. I didn't think Canelo was gonna do it at first. But I think he getting a lot of money.
Bud must be serious. I got Bud. I don't got Bud. I don't know. This is 50-50, but if anybody could do it, Bud could do it.
Yeah.
When he took the fight, then he must got something up his sleeve.
This gonna be interesting. Him and Bo Mac gonna come up with it. They're gonna have a good game plan, but I don't know, man. That's a long. Yeah. Now Bud.
Settle for outboxing.
If he went to the divisions like 154, 160, 160, I would give him a good chance. But just jumping up there like that, he need to have some fights there first or something, man. You know what? Just to see,
He probably ain't even trained at 168.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to see how you feel to get hit. bigger guys and everything, man. See how you moving around?
He
He
probably
just
know that.
like Mel did. Just going, you finding all that stuff out during the fight. You know, that's crazy. I don't know. We'll see, though. That's a good thing. We're gonna see.
No doubt. All right. Peace and blessings.
Okay, Jarrell, I appreciate you, bro. Mike say the game plan is going to be trick gloves. Okay, everybody. Appreciate Jarrell Hattie and Define Arnie One, the panelists today. Tomorrow is the lightweight division. We're going to talk about lightweight tomorrow, but now it's time for Just Do Boxing. We are going to get on out the way. But join me tomorrow because, you know, if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cash Sports. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all around those JBT streets.